0 people watching, 0 thumbs up. Love when that happens. Okay. Hi to the one person watching. Just started a poll. Would like to have at least 5 people watching before I go on with the discussion. So I am just going to see if I can put this up here. Have this little gadget, but I'm not sure how it works. Let's see. Like this. Yeah, so I'll just leave that there and you guys can vote and I'll be back at like 1 o'clock in 3 minutes, okay? Two people watching. 1 vote. The other person watching is too scared to vote? Come on, you can vote. If you're 18 and over, did I even make this one 18 and over? I might not have. If you're under 18, don't vote. 2 people watching, 0 votes. Would like to have at least 2 votes before I'd make my decision. Two people watching, 0 thumbs up. Don't care about the thumbs up, but I do care about the engagement. Please vote. 1 vote for Pipeline Punch, which is a diabetic nightmare, but I'm not diabetic that I know of. Only 1 vote. 2 people watching. Don't like when people stalk my channel and don't vote, so either leave or vote, or both. I don't care. Just follow the rules of my channel or don't watch. There's a million other places you could go. Okay, great. So whoever didn't vote, oh no, they did vote and then they left. Okay. So I have 1 vote for coffee with oat milk and 1 vote for Monster Pipeline Punch. What I will do is I will start with the coffee with oat milk. And as soon as the 1 or 2 or however many other people get back, I will start with the topic. So people think some cops are worse than all cops. So that's good. But some cops are also worse than all social workers or some social workers. Okay. But there was only 1 vote in that. So that's not really a valid poll. And thanks for the thumbs up. That's not necessary, but I do appreciate whoever's voting and or putting thumbs up and or asking their friends to come and watch this, because I really hate when I have to repeat myself because there were like 17 people on for the last 20 minutes and like only 3 on for the first 3 hours, because it gets really, really confusing as to like why people are still asking me the same questions over and over and over and over and over again. Still only 1 person watching, so I'm not going to finish this poll until we have at least, I'm going to say 5 people watching. I'm just going to continue enjoying my coffee with oat milk and not even worry about what y'all are accusing me of right now. Okay, so the 1 person that's watching, I see you voted neither. Could you please put in the chat what you think the reason is? If it's neither, if you believe it's neither, then there must be some other reason. Or you must believe that I don't hate social workers. 3 people watching, 1 vote. Appreciate all the votes. No requirement to thumbs up. You can thumbs down. You can ignore the thumb, but please do vote in the poll. It is right now 1:05 p.m. I'm going to leave that up for 5 minutes and I'll be back. Thanks. Oh, great. Everybody left. I love it when that happens. I love it when that happens. Oh, 2 people are back. Okay. 3 votes. Completely inconclusive. I'll end the poll now. But since the chat is open and there's only one person watching and one thumb up, why don't you let me know which one you voted for, if you don't mind, or why you didn't vote at all if there were no answers that seemed accurate. Oh, 0 people watching, 1 thumb up. Okay. Bye now. Oh, 1 person watching. You're back. People keep leaving and coming back. I've been on for like almost 19 minutes and I don't know, maybe I didn't promote this enough since this is my smaller of my 10 or 12 channels. Oh, great. Leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back. It's okay. I don't mind. I got nowhere else to be today. So maybe doing my laundry. Oh, hi, I see you. I just got here. What's up, Bonnie? Hey, I see you. Basically, I'm just having a discussion about why some people hate cops and I seem to be the only one on the planet who hates social workers. And I'm just kind of trying to untangle that a little bit, unravel it, and kind of figure out what it is about cops that some people are so afraid of and what it is about social workers that I am so afraid of, and just kind of try to shift the conversation from the rhetoric to some dialogue. So I had done a few polls already. Let's see, who's worse? Some cops, all social workers, some social workers. I only had 1 vote in that, and the one person said some cops. So that was fair enough. So then I said, what should I drink during this live? And don't worry, I didn't include bleach as one of the options. But coffee with oat milk, 50%, Monster Pipeline Punch, 50%, 2 votes. So I started with my coffee with oat milk, and I have my Monster Pipeline Punch sitting right there. And then the next question, I see you, was why does Bonnie, quote unquote, hate social workers? And the options were Bonnie is a racist bigot, which 1 person voted. Social workers harmed her, 1 person voted. Neither, 1 person voted. So no one said it was both that I was a racist bigot and that social workers harmed me. So I'm just trying to, again, untangle all of the rhetoric and figure out what it is that people feel I am bullying social workers over. So does that make any sense? I see you, and I don't have any restrictions on the chat today. Everybody's eligible to chat. There's no slow mode. There's no nothing. So feel free to, help me put this issue past us so we can move forward in 2024 with everyone's autonomy intact. I don't hate anyone. I haven't interacted with cops. Social workers, only one who didn't take children out of a bad environment. Yes, I see you. I'm going to pin that comment because that was my situation up until about, I don't know, 12 years ago. Yeah, just social workers saying there was nothing they could do and cops saying no crime had been committed and then kids being harmed. Yeah. That was like the first 40 years of my life. Yep. That's an insightful comment. Thank you, ICU. Anybody else care to comment? There's 4 people watching, 1 thumb up. Don't care about the thumbs up. You can put a thumbs down. There's no poll active right now. Please feel free to suggest a poll or suggest a question for a poll, and then I'll come up with the answers. Okay, so ICU says, in the situation I spoke of, there had been many CPS reports over years and nothing was ever done. Very sad in Florida. Yeah, mine was in both Louisiana and Massachusetts. You know what I mean? And um gosh, and more recently, I've seen this play out in New Hampshire with the Harmony Montgomery case. Have y'all ever heard of Harmony Montgomery? I don't want to start another poll right now, but I have one vote in the poll, 4 people watching. You're not blocked, Teslam. You're my one and only Discord. Oh. Teslam, I see you, Teslam. I see you. I see 4 people and only 2 in the chat. Karen, you're still blocked. Sorry, but you're going to be blocked forever. If you show up, I'm going to definitely call Lori Murphy on you. Or Lori Murphy's boss, more like it. Oh, great. Happy 2024, everyone. Five people watching, only 1 vote in the chat. You can always vote who cares if you have no idea what I'm talking about. I seem energized today. Well, I had a good night's sleep, and then my maintenance man came and fixed the leak in my freaking kitchen that was preventing me from doing anything over the last couple of days, like laundry or dishes or anything. So I feel like today the sun is shining. It's beautiful. I'm going to get out for a walk after this, and I'm going to, continue to create the environment that's going to help me grow my YouTube channels in 2024. Thanks for noticing, Teslam. Did social workers harm me? F yeah. You lost the poll because you were writing something. It's still up there, Teslam. There's 6 people watching still. Oh, 2 votes. Okay. You don't know? Then just put who cares. Just put who cares if you don't know who this person is. All right, 6 people watching. And this is mandatory. You either need to leave my chat or you need to answer this question. And those are my rules. If you don't like my channel, don't watch my channel. Okay, 3 votes, 6 people watching. I either need 6 votes or 3 people watching to continue the discussion. If you are watching and you don't care about this particular question, just put not willing to say or not sure, whichever one. Teslam, you are exempt from participating in the poll, but so I have 5 votes now, 6 people watching. All right, so I'll end it. Okay. End poll. So we had 5 votes. 40% said no. So that means 2 votes for no. 1 person said yes. 1 person said not sure, and 1 person said not willing to say. Okay. So there's at least one of you, if it's the same 6 people watching, there's at least one of you that subscribes to Team Truth. So one of their more recent videos, at least up until an hour or so ago, was something with a phone number for a woman named Lori Murphy on there. Well, Lori Murphy is in cahoots with My Town Police and works with a bitch named Amy Alley at the Pettingill House in Amesbury, Mass. And why is Amy Alley a bitch? Oh, let me count the ways. Let me count the ways. Here, I'll just do another poll. Six people watching. Amy Alley, if you're really watching, go fucking take out a restraining order. You stupid. See you next Taco Tuesday. I don't play with Amy. I don't F with Amy Alley. Amy Alley is a snake that would make all the Discord dames, could swallow all the Discord dames whole. That's who Amy Alley is. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I see you. No, you're good. You're good. I love it. I love this. I love calling out who is the biggest boa constrictor of all. And by big, I mean, I don't know. I guess she had some weight loss surgery recently, but so did I at one point. It doesn't last forever. Just saying. Oh, okay. So two people said I am Amy Alley, leave me alone. One of them is I see you. Is the other one Teslam? Because if it is, then it's fine. But I have good reason to believe Amy Alley would be watching this stream. Just saying. I have good reason to believe Amy Alley would be watching this stream. Because 4 years ago, a young woman by the name of Sabina Barry died after Amy Alley bullied her relentlessly. And I was friends with Sabina Barry, and I am not friends with Amy Alley, nor will I ever be. Okay, well, that's what Google's for, y'all. I'll put the names in. Google it. Bye, Teslam. Have a nice life. See you on the flip. She did not. Her body was cold by the time they found her. She was in a car outside of Market Basket, not sponsored. Y'all remember that from yesterday's video? Market Basket, not sponsored. Remember that? Liquid Death, not sponsored. Remember that? One-Legged Jamie Spears, not sponsored. That would be James Parnell Spears, not Jamie Lynn Spears. I hope she still has both her legs, or she won't be able to do Dancing with the Stars. Although maybe she will. I think somebody that was lost a leg in the Boston bombing was on Dancing with the Stars. Okay, 6 people watching. No one in the chat, really. No one in the chat. The Exposed said that they left, and ICU is still there but not communicating, and there's no delay. There's absolutely no delay. 5 votes. end poll. So Amy Alley, if you really are watching, why don't you just state your side of the story in the chat? I'd love to hear it. Now there's only 4 people watching. Love to hear it, Amy Alley. Do. I'll put something else for you to Google. Yeah, she was 40. Yep. A lot of times the obituary can't say what someone died from because it takes a while for the coroner's report to come back, doesn't it? As anyone who followed the Amanda Rabb story knows. For people watching, appreciate the 1 thumbs up. No pressure to put another thumbs up, but please do vote in the poll if you're watching still. I see you. Again, there's no delay, so you can correct anything immediately in real time. When you say, what did she do? Are you asking about Sabina or Amy or Lori? Who's the she that you're asking about? Try to use names, not pronouns, or you can use initials if the names are too hard to spell out. Amy. Okay. Amy Alley is a woman I met when she was a resident at Haven of Hope in Methuen, Massachusetts. I was brought to that Haven of Hope in the summer of 2017, right after my sister, Erin Dwyer, had been found dead with no apparent cause of death until a month later. I met Amy Alley, and I met Amy Alley's wife, who was not a resident of Haven of Hope, but was just there to support Amy Alley. I was invited there because I was at a really disgusting recovery house called Sally's Place in Amesbury, Mass, which is where Pettingill House happens to be based, but it is a competitor of Link House, where I currently receive my medically assisted recovery treatment. And somehow Lori Murphy and Amy Alley made their way onto the radar of both the Georgetown Police and Team Truth, my arch nemesis. And I'm not going to shut up about it. Amy Alley later went on to be the house manager, the live-in house manager at Haven of Hope in Methuen, Massachusetts, where I left and returned. And Amy Alley was always jockeying for position. First, it was against Colleen Welch, Colleen Welch McCaffrey, who now works for the Methuen Police Department. Then it was against Jean. What the fuck is Jean's last name? I can't even remember Jean's last name. Anyway, Jean, who was the, daytime manager. And then when another former resident, okay, so Amy was trying to sponsor everybody. Okay, so Amy has a wife, but I guess Amy also has an ex-husband. And at the time, a teenage child. I don't know if that child's an adult now, so I'm not going to out that child. But Amy's like going all over the circuit telling her story of how, she was a heroin addict in Maine and she was, sucking, what at the Parkview Inn on Route 28 in Salem, New Hampshire. I mean, like, this girl loves to tell her recovery story. But then what she does is she grooms women and then manipulates them. Sound like anybody else I've been talking about recently? Yep. And I reported Amy Alley to the Lawrence Eagle Herald Tribune when they were doing a, story about recovery. And I reported Amy Alley to the reporter there. I think the last name was Edelstein, Jessica Edelstein or something. And they were just like, there's no story there. So it never got published. But when Amy Alley's name came across my feed again today, and I realized it was 4 years to the day when they had found Sabina's body. And now Amy Alley is co-workers with Lori Murphy of Team Truth's latest despicable nonsense. I ain't shutting up. Do I follow Rabbit? She's a social worker. I watched a video about her yesterday. Apparently, Mayra's husband is an ex-convict. Did time in Ohio. You should check out the video. Who's Mayra? I don't know who Mayra is. Can you put a link? Oh, wait. I guess YouTube doesn't allow you to put links. Tell me what channel the video's on. I don't know. I need more information, ICU. And again, there's no delay. There's no restrictions on chat. I don't think anybody's blocked. All I see in the chat is ICU. If you believe that you're blocked, send an email to bamandalia@gmail.com. I'll unblock you. Thank you, ICU. I appreciate that. Tales from the Cult. Okay, so Tales from the Cult, and I should just put Mayra's husband. Okay, Tales from the cult YouTube channel, Mayra's husband, Ohio ex-convict. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'm putting in the wrong keywords. Here's what I tried to Google it with. Yeah, I can't see a link, unfortunately. YouTube doesn't let you put links in, which is weird. You'd think YouTube would want to be cross-promoting all of its videos in other people's chats. Like, it seems like really stupid not to let you have a YouTube link in. You might be able to put it in my comments, but I don't know if my comments are even active while I'm live. I don't know how that works. So yeah. Like, I just Googled Tales from the Cult YouTube channel, Mayra's husband, Ohio convict, and I don't see anything that. Oh my God, Mayra is Rabbit. Oh my God. No, I love Rabbit. I'm not going to go digging up dirt about her. No. It's a recent video, or it's a video that was posted a long time ago. I would rather invite Rabbit onto my channel to discuss the video with me than talk about somebody behind their back. Just because she's a social worker, I respect her deeply. So, I'm not going to be trashing Rabbit on my channel whatsoever. I might trash the Discord, people I met in the Discord, but I'm not going to trash her. No way, no how. So I just ended the poll. There were 2 votes. Is it okay for recovery workers, MSWs, etc., to share confidential information with police? One person said yes sometimes. Someone said not sure, let's discuss. No one said yes always, and no one said no never. Okay. So yeah, let's discuss. A video from yesterday or the day before, she has older videos about Rabbit too. Okay, well, just give me the handle of the YouTube channel, and I'll search for it that way. Because there's a lot of things that are Tales from the Cult. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of a generic thing. Like, there's a lot of things: Tales from the Cult, Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the whatever, Tales from the See You Next Tuesday. Liquid Death, not sponsored yet. Okay. All right. Let me try to pull it up. Okay. I mean, the first thing that comes up is Tales from the Cult Exposed Danny Robertson playlist. I don't like blue waffles and ham. I don't know if that's anything to do with it. Then the next thing that comes up, Tales from the Cult, how to do LLC. The girl says she was the mistress of a man. All right, videos. That's live right now. Okay, Down the Rabbit Hole News exposed my experience with her. Okay. All right. Okay. It's only a 12-minute video. I'm not going to watch it right now, but I'll certainly watch it as I'm off the live. I'll watch it and with an open mind and just see what she has to say. I mean, God knows I wish people would watch my stuff with an open mind and hear what I have to say. So I am not I don't hate Rabbit for being a social worker, and I'm not friends with Rabbit, but I also always believe in hearing both sides of anything. So yeah. But thank you for letting me know about that. And please don't dox Rabbit. Please don't dox Rabbit. I mean, there could be a lot of reasons why. I'm just going to leave it at that. Please don't dox anyone. Even if you see me dox someone, you can dox me. Just don't dox Rabbit, okay? Please. Because like I said, I'm not friends with her. I occasionally subscribe to her here and there. The only reason I know about her is because she's been covering the stuff that I care about: Bam Margera, Amanda Rabb, and Dalia Takali. But otherwise, yeah. No, I appreciate you letting me know, because I wouldn't have ever seen that video otherwise. I am going to take a look at it. I will watch it, and if I feel like it's worthy of commentary, I might do a video on it, like reacting to it. But if not, I'll just thank you again for letting me know, because I always like to keep myself informed, because I'm not I'm not as up to date on anything except like hopefully my own eating, sleeping, and bathing schedule. You know what I mean? Like I'm not as up to date on anything as you youngsters seem to be up to. So I do appreciate it. The video was based on public records like the stuff BJ does. Okay, cool. Yep. That's fair enough. I see the rationale behind that. Yes, no one, whether they have, I don't know what this channel has, 25 subscribers or 25 million subscribers, should be exempt, should be claiming doxing if they're choosing to be a public figure on YouTube. Okay? If you choose to have a public figure, if you choose to have a YouTube channel, especially a monetized YouTube channel, you are by definition a public figure for purposes of defamation law. Okay? It's not like anybody's holding a gun to your head saying, "Oh, you've got to start a YouTube channel and you've got to make it monetized." At least I hope not, because then that's trafficking of the worst kind. But if you choose to call yourself a professional this or a professional that, and you choose to monetize your content, you're fair game, kid. And I'm not even monetizing my content, but I'm fair game because I am a limited purpose public figure inserting myself into a very large public controversy, which is corruption in the behavioral health and recovery industries. And that is the hill that I will die on. And I hope I don't die on it today, but eventually that is the hill that I will die on, is exposing corruption in behavioral health and recovery industries. Tales from the Cult was harassed by Rabbit. Okay, well, people claim to be harassed by people all the time. Was Rabbit trying to get comment from them on a story that Rabbit had a deadline for? That's what reporters do. They harass people up until the moment of deadline to make sure someone doesn't come back and say, "Oh, they never heard my side of the story." But sometimes the story has to be published right away. So that's what I learned in my 4 years of journalism school that nobody believes I went to. And what I do really respect about Rabbit is that her undergraduate degree was not in psychology or sociology or social work or human development or education or any of these things. Her undergraduate degree was in criminology. And then she chose to become a master's in social work because she probably realized that the criminal justice system needs people with a balance of understanding of the criminology and how to help people who've gotten caught in the criminal justice system exit it successfully. Okay? So for that, I respect her very deeply, even though she apparently has an MSW, which normally I consider just to be like, we used to call it an MRS degree, like Mrs., like you just go to school so you can get a cool husband. But I don't think that's Rabbit's story whatsoever from what little I know of it. So, well, that was nice of Tales from the Cult to redact last names. Yeah, it is intriguing. It is intriguing because I always like to stay informed, because whenever somebody comes out with like, "Did you see this about BJ? Did you see this about BJ?" Like, what? She owed her school debt. It's like, well, so did I owe my school debt, but I believe BJ identifies as disabled and I identify as disabled. And thanks to the reform, now my student debt is canceled. I hope BJ's student debt is canceled too. I mean, does that mean she doesn't need a GoFundMe just because she, her debt, instead of being 7 figures now, is only 6 figures? I mean, y'all, like, everybody has a right to provide for themselves from the work that they do. And to claim all this shit about women who are running successful YouTube channels is just extremely misogynistic on my part. And apparently this Tales from the Cult also looks like a woman. I'm assuming they identify as a woman. So regardless of gender and regardless of sexual orientation and all that, like, the stuff I said about Amy has nothing to do about her sexual orientation. It has to do about her triangulation, like her ability to love on you, and then pit the two of you against each other till you, do you know what I'm saying? My God, if I could take back all my time in AA and all my money in AA and all my programming from AA, God, I'd be such a better person today. Damn. So I've only got one person watching now. Has Amy contacted me? I don't know. I think the only place I'm connected to her still is on one of my 7,000 Instagram channels. I tried to block everybody from that part of my life because they're intrusive. You know what I mean? Like if they see you having a beer down the bar, they'll be like texting the whole group, like with a picture of you. Look, Bonnie's drinking, make sure she's okay. None of your fucking business. I'm 21. I'm 54 years old. Leave me alone. Uh-oh. Maybe she did contact me. Let me see. No, just my friend Court. And that's not Court Ored. That's just a real friend of mine named Court. So no, I don't think Amy's contacted me. I mean, Amy knows every damn thing about me because Amy used to administer my medication. They forced me to be on fucking lithium while I lived at that fucking place. That's why I gained all this fucking weight. Okay? I mean, oh, she was so sinister and still is. And the fact that she's still employed in this industry just is so frightening to me. What year was what? What year did what happen ICU? Be a little more specific. And please feel free to use up the whole thing. You can ask 2 or 3 questions in one chat if you can fit them in there. You know what I mean? Because I want to respect everyone's time, including my own. I see you. I need you to be more specific. What year was what? Oh, when Amy administered meds to you recently, is this where Juliana is right now? Oh God, no. Sorry. Okay. I need like a wall chart of all of this. All right. Here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to just cover up the screen and just look away from the camera and just say it as succinctly and as accurately as I remember, because I do get really overwhelmed when there's like all these questions in the chat all the time and then they don't make any sense based on things I've said 100,000 times already. Okay, so my name is Bonnie Dwyer. I was homeless from September 2012 until September 2018. During those 6 years, well, I was actually homeless from September 2012 until December of 2019, but we'll get to that in a minute. Oh, God, I feel like I'm Jamie Gilmore. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm Jamie's Animals doing one of these videos right now because it's like, it's so hard to describe when you didn't live through it. I wish Jamie was here to help me tell this part of it, because when I'm one-on-one with Jamie, like, I get her and it seems like she gets me, but when there's all these other people talking over us, telling us nasty things about each other, it just doesn't work out that way. So I first met Amy Alley when she was a resident. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't do this. I need to do this on like a recorded video that I actually write out everything and have records and everything, because the timeline is just too confusing. I was just homeless for too long and in and out of so many different places. And no, Juliana and Amy have nothing to do with one another. I think I one time tried to get Juliana to go live at Haven of Hope, but Juliana doesn't have a substance use issue. I mean, maybe she smokes a little weed, but other than that, she doesn't do drugs that I know of. Yeah, sorry. It's just it's like it's a very, very, very deep and disturbing part of my trauma that I really had locked up for the last 4 years, since the last time I saw Amy Alley at Sacred Hearts Church in Bradford, Massachusetts, at Sabina Barry's funeral mass. Yeah. Okay. So that's I'm glad you put that. I'm going to pin that comment because that's a really good question to sort of segue over into what I want to talk about next. Okay. 4 people watching, 1 thumb up. Don't care about the thumbs up. Would appreciate more than 1 person in the chat at a time, because it gets very overwhelming when I just see a wall of like this and this and this and this and this, and I know there's 4 people watching. It was kind of like this last night. With Hello was the only one in the chat, and now it's ICU is the only one in the chat. And I appreciate both ICU and Hello for keeping the conversation going, but I don't like it to be like me telling one person one thing and then other people asking me the same effing questions 3 hours later on my next live. Like, that is a waste of everybody's time. So either watch my videos while they're up, or if they're privated by the time you go to watch them, then DM me and I'll talk to you about it. But I'm not going to keep repeating myself on the fucking internet year after year after year, day after day after day, hour after hour after hour. Okay? So the question is, why is Juliana still in a mental hospital? I Googled her and she was an artist years ago. Again, I would need to see verification of that, because if you Googled her and I said she was an artist in residence at the Solomon Carter Fuller, that was just an inside joke between me and her. I made that up about her just to kind of give her an identity for when and if she got out of the hospital, so that she could have a way to reintegrate without the stigma of being hospitalized for as long as she has been. I'm going to call her and see if she answers, because she's been calling me on some unknown number. Like, I don't answer unknown numbers because I saw somebody calling me from the same number that had been like harassing me from one of my earlier videos. But apparently she has another number and it's her voice on the voicemail. So, all right, I'll play the voicemail because she's given me permission to talk to anybody that might help get her out. So I'm just going to play the voicemail and y'all can let me know what you think.
Hi, Bonnie. It's Juliana, honey. Hello, my beautiful friend. I'm just calling to let you know that the only reason why I didn't want to talk in a conference with you, me, Rob, and my doctor, Shahanahi, is only because I know that, what needs to be said isn't going to be said. And I know that what doesn't need to be said is going to be said as well. I feel like there would be a lot of unnecessary chatter.
Can y'all hear Juliana's voice? Because I know maybe I need to like. Let me rewind back to the beginning, okay?
Hi, Bonnie. It's Juliana, honey. Hello, my beautiful friend. I'm just calling to let you know that the only reason why I didn't want to talk in a conference with you, me, Rob, and my doctor, Shahanahi, is only because I know that, what needs to be said isn't going to be said. And I know that what doesn't need to be said is going to be said as well. I feel like there would be a lot of unnecessary chatter and talk regarding things because you and I haven't discussed what you would say to my doctor at all. You know, I want to know in advance what you would say to him if you had me in the conference call. My written permission, like I gave you in the email I sent to you, you know, I gave you my written permission to talk to him one-on-one and also to talk to my social worker one-on-one. And then obviously, you know, what needs to be said can be much more easily articulated. I think it's hard to talk when there's like a four-way conference. You know, I'm glad that you left him and my social worker and my doctor those messages. So maybe I will come on board with it for a conference call. Okay? It just seems like it'll be a lot of, you know, I don't know, just talk that I do not want.
Okay, I'm scrolling through the transcription, and she's about to reveal stuff about my personal life that I don't want to hear. You know, that she has given me permission to get the word out about her, so I want to let her use her voice to tell her story, but I'm not going to let her talk about my personal situation. So, on the internet, there's been enough of me doing that and harming my people closest to me. Okay. So I'm going to call her and see if we can at least move the needle forward a little bit on getting her out, because that would be amazing. Yeah. See, I think she only has like Google Voice or something, because there's no voicemail set up on it. Let me try one other thing.
Inpatient, Lisa.
Hi, I'm trying to reach Juliana.
You can call this number. Do you have a pen?
I do.
It's the patient's phone.
Okay.
508 564 9670.
Thank you. Bye.
Yep.
Hey, may I speak to Juliana, please? Thanks. Hey, it's Bonnie. Hi, I got your messages. I tried calling you back on that phone, but it doesn't have voicemail, so I'm assuming it must be like a Google Voice or something like that. Oh, so you have a phone now? Okay. Yes, I did. Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad I was able to reach you on here. I am on one of my YouTube channels right now. And my viewers are asking for an update on your situation. So, I have a couple of options. With your permission, I can put you on speakerphone and they can just ask the questions and you can answer them directly, or I can leave you off speakerphone and they can type the questions in and I'll let you know what they are and then I'll just repeat back to them what you say. What do you feel more comfortable with? Typing? Okay. Because see, I always think it's better to hear someone's voice with the answer rather than translating it, but let's see how the typing goes. Okay, 6 people watching. Anyone has a question for Juliana about how you can help to get her to where she wants to be? because that's the thing about recovery coaches. We help people get from where they are right now to where they want to be. So I think that would be my first question for you, Juliana, is where would you like to be tomorrow? Well, go ahead. Answer. Go ahead. Say it in your own voice. I wish they could hear you say it, because when I translate what you say, it might not mean the same as if they heard you say it. Okay, pause right there. Pause right there. First, Juliana wants to live with me. Go ahead. Yeah, I know. I know that. She wants to move to a Verbo. Hang on. Where would the Verbo be? Where would the Verbo be that you want to move to? Okay. What part of New Hampshire? What part of New Hampshire? Okay. 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 I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Someone's asking, can can I ask you a question that they have? And again, if you ever feel comfortable just like letting them hear your answer, they can hear you. I can't hear them. Do you know what I'm saying? So the person the person that is in my chat that seems very nice and seems very helpful. How long has Juliana been in hospitals? Why haven't they released her? Does she have family that can get her out? Is she still in the hospital? Oh, wait, why is she still in the hospital? Okay. Now that's a complicated series of questions. So let's take them one at a time. Okay, but Juliana, it's complicated for me. So can you just respect me for a minute? How long have you been in the hospital? 2.5 years. And before that, how long were you in the hospital? On and off for 15 years. Okay. Thank you, honey. I know this is a lot. Just like let's just try to get you out. Okay. Why haven't they released you? She says they haven't released her because they haven't been able to talk to me on the phone yet. Okay, that's I would not that would not be my answer, but let's keep going here. Um, do you have family that can get you out? Don't you have siblings or other extended family? Mhm. She does, but they don't have room. Yeah, they don't have room for her to stay with them, and so they won't release her unless someone is willing to provide a place for her to stay long term. Okay. Yes, and she's willing to pay rent. She has income. She's willing to pay rent. Um, they're asking if you're comfortable saying what your diagnosis is, and before you answer, I would say, um, I don't believe in diagnoses, and B, from knowing you as long as I have, I would say it's trauma from your childhood. Would you agree with that? Okay. Yes. Is it okay for me to say, just in general, where you spent much of your childhood? Not geographically, but like the environment that you spent much of your childhood in. In foster care. Okay. She was in foster care for a very long time. And your other siblings were never in foster care, right? You were the youngest and your mom was just she couldn't handle you, but not because of you, but because she was not able to take care of a younger child after she had already raised others. Is that correct? Yeah. So basically, her mom put her in foster care and she just never had structure or nurturing consistently enough. And then when she aged out of foster care, is it okay for me to say what happened in your like early 20s that was a really great thing until things changed? Is that okay, or do you not want to share that part of your story? Okay. Is it you feel comfortable? Okay. So how old were you when you became a when you had your own to take care of? Your own to take care of. Yeah, no. How old were you when you had your son? So she aged out of foster care at 18 and she became a mom at 20. Okay? So she just never had any time to learn how to be an adult. And it's a scary world if you don't know how to be an adult. And she's a brilliant woman. And you were in school to become a social worker for a while, weren't you? She was almost a social worker herself. And she's like, Bonnie, why don't you become a social worker? I'm like, what have social workers ever done for you, Juliana? What have social workers ever done for me, Juliana? Okay. I know. Then we could make bank. She says she'd rather me be a real estate agent. It's a lot easier to become a real estate agent than to become a social worker, right? Okay, they're asking me, were you an artist? A little. Okay. Were you a journalist? She's an author. Yes. Okay. Are you from Florida? No, but you've spent time like pretty much almost in every state at this point, haven't you? But you've been to California, you've been to Louisiana, you've been to Florida, you've been to New York. Huh? What are the 5 major states? California, Florida. You've never been to Louisiana? I thought you spent time in New Orleans, didn't you? Uh, wait, what? Oh, to passing through. Because I feel like I took a picture of you with my son one time when we were in New Orleans. Did I ever show you that picture? I'm gonna show you a picture because it was this girl named Julie that I met in New Orleans, and she looks just like you, and she was so nice to my son. But anyway, okay. So the 5 major states Juliana has spent time in are Massachusetts, New York, California, Hawaii, and Florida. That's where you've spent most of your life, right? But the bulk of that has been Massachusetts, right? Yeah, I said New York. I said New York. The bulk of that has been Massachusetts, right? And you tried to go to Israel, but that didn't work out, right? Oh wait, I thought they didn't let you in with when you went on birthright, didn't you? Oh, so can I tell them that? Can I tell them that? That's a funny story. Okay, so she went to Israel on birthright because her birth mother is Jewish, right? And so she qualified for birthright because anybody who has a mom who's Jewish, no matter what your religion is, you qualify for birthright by in the Jewish faith. It's based on who your mom is. So her mom was Jewish. Your dad was Italian, right? Yeah. So her dad was Italian, but he wasn't really part of your life, was he? Yeah, so her dad wasn't part of her life at all, but her mom was Jewish, and so she qualified for birthright. And did you go right when you turned 18, or did you go later? Like, because I think you have to be like between 18 and 30 or something to do that. Is that right? If she was 18, you have to be a college student. She went to Israel, but one of the foster families she had been in was like hardcore Christian. So when she got to Israel on birthright, she started trying to preach and convert people to Christianity. So they kicked her out. Juliana, this is like a movie. This is a movie. Your life is a freaking movie, girl. Um, come on, put some laughter in the emojis if you think that's one of the funniest stories you've ever heard. Oh my god. So wait, didn't you get kicked out of the UK too? Weren't you trying to go to the UK and you got kicked out? Yep, she was trying to go to England and she got stopped in Canada for no reason. They wouldn't let her get on the plane to England that she had paid for. And then the same thing happened when you were trying to go to Puerto Rico. Didn't you like you lose your flight to Puerto Rico because you got stopped in New York? Every time she tries to get out of this country, they stop her. She's like the Britney Spears of my life. Okay, so people are laughing. People are getting the absurdity of this. But the unfunny thing, the sad thing is, you haven't seen your son since he was what, 2 years old? Yeah. So they took her. The system took her son away when she was 22, and you never finished your social work degree, right? But you still had to pay all the loans you took out for it, right? I know, but like you still were expected to, right? You qualify for all forgiveness like I just got. I'll help you fill out the paperwork. It's like takes 2 minutes and it'll save you $300,000 or whatever you've taken out in loans. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead. Hello? Juliana, I'm never on Facebook, honey, and you're not on Instagram. So I don't trust Mark Zuckerberg. Well, I think right, but I think a lot of people are following you on Facebook. Let me do a poll. I've got 7 people watching. Okay, hang on one second. Hang on one second. You're on TikTok too, though, aren't you? Okay. Okay, let's see. 7 people watching. I'm not gonna end the poll until I have 7 votes. I only have 2 thumbs up, so it's 5 haters and 2 people that are Team Juliana for president. No, they hate me, honey. They don't hate you. Oh, now there's only 6. One person left because I called them a hater. So there's 6 people watching, 2 thumbs up. So far 2 people do not follow you on either Facebook or TikTok, but there's at least one person I see you in the chat that seems to know an awful lot more about you than I even do. And you and I have, gosh, you and I have slept like 6 inches from each other, haven't we? Who is this person? I don't know. They just go by I see you on YouTube. Have you been watching my YouTube videos? Okay, so you don't have access to YouTube on the phone okay, I understand. It's a miracle you were even able to watch some of them. Okay, so here's some more questions. Yeah. Okay. Well, just one second. I'll friend you on Facebook in a minute. Just one second. This person I see you who seems extremely what do I want to say? Extremely vested in your story. And I think it's for a good reason, not a bad reason. Okay. They say, was she an artist? And you said yes. A journalist. You said you're an author. Is she from Florida? She spent time in Florida, but originally from Mass. Are there severe patients at her facility, i.e. insane? Yes. And they are violent. They are people who have killed people. I mean, I'm just answering for you because I know who you and I have been locked up with in the past, right? There are rapists at her facility. There are there are pedophiles at her facility. There are people who've killed their mother, father, husband, wife, children. Okay. There are very violent people locked up in these facilities all the time. Is that accurate, Juliana? So the facilities re-traumatize people like us who are just women who are grieving the loss of a child. Okay. Is the hospital like it is in the movies? Like on a scale of, because remember we were going to do like the TripAdvisor for psychiatric facilities. Remember we were going to do like Yelp for psych wards. And I was saying that that Worcester Recovery Center was like the Taj Mahal or the Four Seasons of the psych wards. Where would you say the place you're at right now falls on it? Is like on a scale of 0 to 10, with Worcester being a 10, where would you say this place falls? It's like a 5. It's not the worst. 4.5. Okay. What would you say is the worst? I know what I think is the worst, but you tell me what you think is the worst. Solomon Carter Fuller. Absolutely. And then I had to work in that building and it was disgusting. It like had leaks in the ceiling tiles and they wouldn't replace the ceiling tiles. It was like moldy. It was disgusting. I worked in that building years later. after I got let out. I think while you and or Raf were still in there. Yeah. Why is she there? It doesn't sound humane. I blame social workers. What do you blame as to why you're still in there and it doesn't sound humane? Why do you blame what do you blame? Lack of support, okay? So I would say you need some peer support. And that's what I am trained to do, okay? Because you don't have any substance issues, right? No. I mean, you might like a little bit of ganja here and there, and you might try some ayahuasca if it was offered, but nothing that you would habitually use on a daily basis, right? Yeah. Yeah. She's like a free spirit, all that, but no dependency whatsoever on alcohol or you don't even drink, do you? Okay. Would you have a problem if I had a glass of wine at the end of the night if you were living with me? Okay, of course. Awesome. Okay. So, basically, what I think would be an awesome environment is if I slept in one room, you slept in another room, and Raphael slept in the other room, and we all took Casbah life crafting to the moon and beyond in 2024. Does that sound like a plan? All right, we're going to make it happen. There are seven witnesses to this plan, okay? And we'll all be equal partners, 33, 33, 33, right? Okay, baby. I'm going to get working on that. Give me until Friday. I might be able to come down and see you on Friday, okay? I'm not good on the phone with doctors, especially when they have thick accents. Didn't you say he's from like Pakistan or something or Nepal or something? Well, he hasn't returned my call. I've left messages for both your psychiatrist, your male psychiatrist, and Juliana's a very pretty woman, and your male social worker. Doesn't seem like Juliana would be that male social worker's type. If you know, you know. And neither one of them have bothered to get back to me because they're just too busy. Yeah, well, they say what they say and what they do are two different things. So you may see me before you even hear from me on the phone again. Just put it that way, okay? All right. I love you. I love you more. Oh, wait, there's a few more questions. I don't know if they're even worth answering it, but let's see. That doesn't make any sense all at all. Holding someone until they have stable living, but they won't provide assistance. Who decides that and why? The social workers decide that. We are here for you. I see you. Why do the facilities give lithium? Do they make people kind of like zombies? So under Massachusetts law, you can't force lithium. You can force antipsychotics. And is it okay for me to share that part of your story or they've forced her on antipsychotics even though she's not psychotic. She's traumatized, but they have used the power of the state to force inject her or force her to swallow antipsychotics for 15 years now, but basically. Yeah. And you see what that did to Bam in just a year, right? This woman was a freaking Vogue cover model before the Department of Mental Health got a hold of her body and her soul. And well, they never got a hold of your soul yet, but they got a hold of your body and your mind, definitely, right? Yeah. Yep. Okay, just guys, I really want to let her go because did you even have lunch yet? Okay, well, I do want to let you go because I've been on for like quite a while now. But let's see. We are here for you. Says I believe it. They're forcing a medication on her that's making her crippled. Do you know the name of the medication, honey? Oh my god, honey. Oh my god. I have that in my chart that I'm allergic to Haldol. And so what they'll do is they'll force Zyprexa on me, or they'll force risperidone on me, or they'll force all the other ones on me, Abilify, all the other ones. But yeah, I'm totally allergic to Haldol, and it's making her crippled. Honey, I need to come and get you out of there like yesterday, okay? Or like 5 years ago. Oh, honey, I can't breathe right now because I'm smelling cigarette smoke coming up through my vent, and this is a non-smoking building. And I'm gonna call my landlord and say, you need to let Raphael and Juliana move in here right now, and you need to stop people from smoking in this building. Okay? And if Raphael tries to smoke anything, oh my god, he's alive. He's alive. He's alive. He's alive. Yeah, he's alive. Yeah, I know. I know. Isn't it a release when our friends are still alive? I don't know if Austin is still alive though. Remember tall Austin, the you remember him? Yes, yes. And then I got locked up with him and Lynn like after we got out, and he's like, he walks up, he's like, "Hey Bonnie, what are you doing here? Where's Juliana? Where's Ruff?" It was so funny. It was like years later. I was like, "Oh my God, you're here." But yeah, he lives not far from me. If he's still alive, his mom lives like, I don't know, 6 miles from me. So we'll have a reunion. We'll have a reunion. Um, no, no, no. I will see. It's a 2 bedroom, but I sleep in the living room. So basically, you and Raphael can fight for who gets which room. Okay, who gets which bedroom. Okay, yeah. Okay. But the only thing is like we're gonna need to get beds because I have like a folding cot that would not be okay for either you or Raphael. It's like a camping cot, you know what I mean? And then I have a single bed that I've been sleeping on, and I have a brand new single bed that I bought for myself. But I don't want anybody to have to sleep on a bed that has already been used. So we're gonna need to get like maybe a donation of a new because like they will give a donation of a new like bed and kitchen stuff to people that are coming out of a facility. I know that we can get that access to that through the. Where is it? Where is it? Right, but do you think they've been letting other people sleep on it? Okay, well, we'll talk about the details. We'll talk about the details in a minute. We'll talk about the details in a minute. Just before I let you go, hun, why did the facility get lithium? Do they make people kind of like zombies? Do they make you like a zombie? Sometimes you and Raphael both sound like zombies when I talk to you. Sometimes, and then sometimes you sound like your normal selves. Right. What is Casbah? I tried to understand it, but I was confused. Okay, I have a very simple explanation for it, Juliana, and I'm going to ask you not to talk until I finish my explanation. So, do y'all know how Lima Javremovich has one of her social media says, "I make games that save people's lives." Okay? So Casbah is a game created by people with lived experience of mental health conditions like me and Juliana and Raphael and Austin and Dahlia Takali and not you, Lima Jovanovic. Casbah is a game. Casbah is a game that allows people to um, create the lives that they desire. Is that an elevator pitch for Casbah? She has a different take on it, but we all have we all can call it what we want to. She says it's the world's first reincarnation centralization movement. That's why I thought Lima might be interested because Lima's into this whole like transhumanism. Juliana, what's your opinion of transhumanism? Wow. Okay. All right. So a realtor just texted me I have an appointment at 3:30. So I'll talk to you after 3:30, okay? Love you, Mina. Okay, bye. All right. So yeah, Casbah is just like a game. Okay, let me do a poll. Oh, one of you follows her on Facebook. Can you tell me how to find her on Facebook if you're still watching and you follow her? Because I am on Facebook so rarely, and whenever I go on there, I get like re-traumatized by this creepy dude Alex, who's always like stalking me. Every time I start a new Facebook, this guy Alex that I like hooked up with once while I was homeless, and then he started sending me like vulgar pictures. I mean, like, ugh. So yeah, tell me how to find Juliana on Facebook. Okay. End poll. I'm trying to think if he knows Juliana. He might know Juliana too. Okay. Let's see. All right. Start a poll. I know. The more Haldol they give her, the more out there it seems. But when we started it about 10 years ago, it was very, very simple. It was very simple to understand. She has to always make it more complex because the world keeps moving forward while she's stuck in the same place. So she like comes up with these ideas. Like she thinks that she thinks that the metaverse is like literally people are holograms now. That's how long she's been locked up. She doesn't understand. And now can you see like if Dahlia and Dia have been locked up kind of similarly, that like they get out and they don't know who's who anymore because it's like you go years without seeing the faces and someone comes up and says, "Hi, I'm your twin sister, Dia." And Dahlia's like, "Oh, wow, you look different. Oh yeah, I had some plastic surgery." I mean, like this is how you can fuck with people's minds. All right, 0 votes. Does anyone remember the game MASH from childhood? Mansion, apartment, shack, house. Yes, no, not sure, prefer not to answer. It's a very simple thing. 7 people watching, 2 thumbs up. Don't care about the thumbs up. 8 people watching. I need 8 votes in the poll. I'm going to take a break right now because this is very intense for me. This is like next level traumatic for me right now. I see 2 votes. I see 3 votes. I either need 7 votes or less than 7 people watching or both. I can't continue with all the lurkers that aren't participating in the conversation, that are so concerned about themselves and they're, being bullied, blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm trying to get real life people out of a fucking mental health facility. Oh, good. I see you remember it. Yes. Okay. Exactly. That's exactly the game we're talking about. So Casbah is just basically a grown up online version of that game. But it's like infinite numbers of possibilities because right, like MASH, you only had like 4. Yeah, exactly. You had like 4 options under each thing. And there was like maybe like, I don't know, 16 or 160 possibilities. But the way we designed this game back in the kata, the Solomon Carter Fuller, that's what I call it, the kata, where I used to dance to Juvenile. Anyway, we created it so like there'd be like infinite combinations because every person picks their own 4 things. And I think there were like 24 categories or something. Like, I don't know if that is still online. Like she had a website, I had a website, and then we just both kept getting locked up before we could make it like, patented. She was all worried about patenting it or whatever. But yeah, I just do it like on paper. I just do it like in a journal with people. So yeah, so that's what Casbah life crafting is. That's mine. And hers is like Casbah, birthrights or whatever she calls it, because she went on birthright to Israel, like I said. So that was kind of her thing. Okay, 8 people watching, 3 votes. I don't like the 5 people that are watching that refuse to vote. So please run along now. Run along. The train is leaving the station. The train is going west. The train is going from the Atlantic coast to the Pacific coast. Get off somewhere closer to the Pacific coast because I'm not effing with y'all on this channel. Get off my channel. Get off my channel. Either vote or get off my channel. 7 people, 3 votes. There are 4 people that need to get on the train to the West Coast and stay off my channel permanently. Go away. Sorry. Oh, that's her Facebook page, Translucent Transparent Holograph. Okay, let me try to look at that. But I'm just so disturbed by these freaking stalkers on my channel. If you're not going to vote in the poll and you're not going to chat, get off my channel now, or I'm going to end this live stream and take it over to Zoom. Fucking asswipes. Oh my God, shares deranged fan threatened BJ. Y'all, we're going to have to end this soon if shares fans are threatening BJ. Okay. Oh, Juliana Garces? Is that what she had? Is that who she is? No, that's not her. I'm sorry. I can't find it. I can't find it. And like I said, I don't F with Facebook. I don't F with Meta. But if you're following her on Facebook, please DM her and say, "Hey, we saw you on Bonnie's Live today. How can we, how can we support you?" All right. Well, I'm willing to stay on until BJ goes live, but I'm not going to continue the conversation with I only have 4 votes and 6 people watching. She hasn't been posting? Okay, well maybe she has a new one cuz she says she only has one friend on her Facebook page and she wants me to connect with her. All right, let me go to my Facebook page that I think she would know because I have so many Facebook pages. I don't even know which one she's. See if I have a. Oh wait, hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Every time I put it in Facebook, it brings up my interview with Alcohol Recovery Scotland, which I don't know. It's something I'm pretty proud of, so I think it lets me put a link in. Yeah, like while I'm trying to figure out the Juliana situation, you can feel free to watch this if you haven't already. It's quite educational. Yeah, I don't know. Facebook is. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any type of I don't see any type of DM from her or any type of request, Facebook request. Okay. 2.1 thousand friends? How am I supposed to find anybody in here? Why do I have 2.1 thousand friends? I don't want 2.1 thousand friends. I'm done with friends. Sick of friends. I want 0 friends. I just want my kids. Just want my kids. Yeah, I'm not seeing any friend requests. Let me see. Oh, friend requests. Okay, let's see. Friend requests. Oh my lord. Wow. Okay, so here's the good news is like I said, I don't want 2.1 thousand friends. I think most of those are just like paid bots. And I don't have any actual requests, but it's like suggesting all these people that I really do know from my real life. And like I see their faces and I'm assuming it's them, unless it's these trolls continuing to troll me. 4 people watching, 4 votes. I'll end the poll. Okay. So yeah, I don't see Juliana's face at all. But yeah, I appreciate whoever's following her and can like just send her some words of encouragement. I would appreciate that. So yeah, so the poll. 52 people said they remember it, 1 person said they don't, and 1 person said they prefer not to answer. So, and there's only 4 watching, so I'm going to say thank you all for watching. I will keep you updated on the situation. If you have any direct messages, you can send them to bamandahlia@gmail.com. Please don't follow me on Facebook or Instagram or any of those places because I'm like so rarely on there, and I don't know who's who anymore because there's so many fake accounts on all those platforms, on all those meta platforms that have been like harassing people in my life and everything. I don't mess with that. Okay, so it is 2:40 p.m. I'll stay on for 5 more minutes for the 4 of you that are still watching, but I still only see I see you and we are here for you in the chat. And if we are here for you as a social worker that has harassed me before, I would ask you to just please leave. Maybe you're one of the nice social workers, but I would say, in my opinion, 95% of cops are not bastards. 5% are worse than bastards. And in my opinion, 99.9999% of social workers are see you next Tuesdays. And the 0.0001% I'm personal friends with, and they know who they are, and they know why I can't forgive the rest of the social workers. All right. Bye, Bonnie. Have to go. Thanks. I'm not a social worker. Check out Tales from the Cult and let's discuss sometime. Yeah, we'll do. We'll do ICU. And I wasn't talking about you being a social worker. I was talking about this other one. We are here for you. Because I'm pretty sure that's an account that has been extremely aggressive to me in the past. And I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate it from social workers in real life. And I certainly don't appreciate it from YouTube channels pretending to be social workers just to fuck with my mind. That's cruel, abusive, disgusting, unconscionable, inhumane, wrong, against every law of God and man. So on that note, God and woman as well. Goddess and woman, goddess and man. All right, y'all. Have a blessed January 2nd. See you next Tuesday. Wah, wah.